Hi folks, and thank you for letting me spend some time today showing you this video presentation of this Jayco White Hawk series. It's a premium featherlight product from Jayco. You'll love the way it's equipped, you'll love the way it's set up inside. It's small and compact, but it sleeps a lot of people, has a lot of space in there. So I want to go ahead and start on the inside with some pretty cool things, and then we'll finish up on the outside. What I love about this floor plan is that it's extremely versatile for a small layout. What you have is you have your typical double over double, which is a pretty common thing nowadays. Jayco has some nice thick mattresses. I like the way they do that. Again, this is a premium ultralight from that product and everything done with their AlumiFrames construction. So this is going to have nice space inside. They put a little access here for some more storage. And that's something that is nice that they've done that. Spent some more time putting that engineering into it. It's a nice setup for Jayco. You also have the pantry area, which is nice here next to the refrigerator. And you've got a large refrigerator. I believe that's an 8 cubic foot. We will double check with it if we need to, but I'm pretty sure it has that 8 cubic foot refrigerator. And then also inside the bathroom area, you'll see it's got a nice shower in there with some other storage for towels and everything inside the bathroom. That shower is designed and set up to where when you do open the doors of the shower, they stay within the framework of the shower, keeping the water in. So the only thing that gets wet out there is if you happen to have a little water on yourself that you can wipe up. So in the main area here, the living and kitchen area where you spend most of your daylight hours, you've got a pretty unique design this year. They made a little tweak on it. It used to have just a big U-shaped booth and a smaller slide out. Now it has a little bit of a larger area that enables them to put a nice large TV in here for their entertainment center. So you see it's got that going for it, which is nice, and you can kind of pull that out and adjust it where you want to make sure it can also be seen comfortably from the bed area. You have a table here that can be brought inside or out, and it can be laid down as part of the bed support when you do want to make this into additional sleeping. But you're already going to have the double over double. You get this extra sleeping, and then you also have the master up front. You see they've gone with this black color. That kind of helps to keep it a little bit darker in here if you want to on those hot sunny days, and for more privacy that way. You also have big windows that open up on the back side over here and the one side wall there. So that's nice to have. You do have a little bit more storage in the entertainment center here. This company, and instead of just leaving an opening, they're putting some doors on there, which is nice to have. And they got some nice cabinetry that Jayco does all in-house. So Jayco, great company, been in business for probably about 51 years, just about like Guarantee has, and they're a fantastic company. You've got this option is going to be an upgrade of a stainless finish, so you have that on the oven, a little bit on that range top, and the hood, and your microwave here. So it's nice to have a little accent coloring there for that. It's kind of good looking. You got a pretty good size 50-50 sink in there with a high-rise faucet, and then you're going to have a window that opens up in the main kitchen area, and this backsplash is kind of nicely done with a little bit of thickness to it. Gives it more of a dimension to it. You also have the drawers here, which are going to end up being 3 of your full extension drawers. You see how nice wood backers are how they make it. Again, this is a premium ultralight by Jayco, and they make a featherlight, a J feather, and they also do make this White Hawk. So you'll love everything about it. In the overhead here, you have 2 nice handles, nice hardware up top, and then over here when we kind of came in, they cover this and keep it up high. What we find is a lot of people, especially with bunkhouse models, they come in and down below here they'll have the power buttons for the awning and power buttons for your slide out, and then you get kids sometimes and they're in there pushing all the buttons all the time and can really do some damage on things. So it's nice they put them up high enough so that the kids can't get in and start playing around with those buttons a lot and driving mom and dad crazy sometimes. You do have this other window here, which again allows for a lot of light. One thing you're going to notice is this is very, very bright inside here. It's kind of a gray day outside in Oregon here, and we do have a light light coming from that big window in front. That's new for 2018. It's a really nice feature. It might have come the tail end of last year, but it's really super cool in this product here. And it does have space for nightstands on both sides, as well as some more storage, adjustable shelf, or you can go ahead and hang more shirts and stuff inside there. And you've got a nice comfortable mattress. You can see it's pretty much almost a full-size queen. I think it's going to be a little bit shorter than that. But here's one of the features that I like. It does have this Murphy bed option. Now, let me cover that with you so you know. You think, oh, well, it's a headache, Tom. I don't want that. I don't want to buy something where, you know, it's just for my wife and I and the occasional grandkids. Well, I'll tell you what. You want it that way, you leave the bed down, you put it all down, it's just the way it is. You have a nice sitting area that I showed you inside the slide out. But you do have that extra company, you do have that need to do it occasionally perhaps, that would be perfect for you, this setup, because it's shorter in overall length, you're not hauling down a big travel trailer down there, and yet you get the versatility of this extra feature right here. And that is having the couch. So now you got a place to sit, and two areas to sit across them and talk to each other, and have that in the event you have more people. So you can see that in the event that you want to put it up and down, it's not a lot of work, and we can show that for you if you want to. And as I did here, just did it in reverse. But basically, if you have questions or concerns, this is a really cool floor plan for a 24-foot box approximately. You've got an overall length trailer, everything somewhere around 27 or so. It's really a cool layout for floor plan wise. Let me show you some of the things on the outside that also make it pretty special. White Hawk, this floor plan again by Jayco is done with their tough shell construction, so it's vacuum laminated as opposed to just being rolled on a type of a pinch roll table and all that. This is done in a vacuum lamination process, and it also cures for a while. They take really great care to make sure that happens, and so you get an incredibly strong bond and something that should last years and years. You also have again the 2-year warranty that Jayco does, which is a pretty cool thing as well too, where most manufacturers just do 1. As we're outside here and everything, and we're looking down, we're going to see Goodyear tires on there, which is something that Jayco has been doing more often now. It makes it nice for warranty nationwide. You also are going to have axles are spread a bit further apart, so it helps to balance the weight and take a little bit of that weight off that tongue that you have for towing. So you can call me and ask more questions. I'll explain what the benefit of that is. You have refrigerator. You also have this setup over here I've shown before, where it does have these shocks that bring this in and out, and so really nice 2-burner stove right here, and that's going to be tied to your gas line from your tanks, and this right here is plumbed from your hot water and cold water inside your home. Nice to have that feature. You have an electric refrigerator over here when you are those times you're plugged in. You can go ahead and have the extra cool drinks. What I like about this is when they first were building these, they had the awning over in this area. So that's where the awning was, and it was pretty short. You didn't have a really large patio area. What I want you to notice is that now they've got the awning stretching from the back of the coach right here all the way beyond the master door. So that way now, the more patio you have, the bigger the party, the more people you can have under the cover of the rain and the sun and all that. So it's nice. You also have back here your spare tire you're going to have. This right here is part of a grill. So you actually even have another way to pull that around if you wanted to have additional cooking on the outside here. You have that, and that makes it nice. You also have your ladder for gaining access up into the roof and all that, so it does have that already professionally put on there from the factory, which is nice. As we go back around, the doorway is pretty good sized, and it also has a pre-hinged friction. So therefore, it's not going to blow all over the place and maybe get in your way if you're wanting to load, unload and unload groceries and things like that. It makes it nice to do that. So you have that feature going for you. They also do on the White Hawk series, again, it's a premium one, so they put a really thick 1-inch door on here, all vacuum, all with insulation inside, the block foam. And you have metal clasp as opposed to plastic, which can last a lot longer than the plastic ones, which tend to kind of get pretty tough in time. You've also got an automotive seal on here, and you can see how big that entrance is. Nice tall door opening here. You've got plenty of storage in there and easier access when it's up a little bit higher. And again, the automotive type seal like we have on our automobiles. When's the last time one of our cars or trucks have leaked because of the seals? So these are a real nice design there, keeping the dust as well as the water and stuff out. So that's a nice feature there. As we go up into the front and take a look, I mentioned to you that it has a window, so that's going to be how it looks on the outside. It's kind of very private still because of the shade of it, so you have that benefit, and it still looks very nice. It's an automotive style window for safety glass, made out of safety glass. You're also going to have some LED light accents on it, and they put this large diamond plate finish to it that runs up pretty high, so it helps to keep everything nicely protected. This right here is going to have our larger tanks, so they're going to come with dual 7-gallon tanks instead of the 5s that many ultralights do. Again, premium ultralight, this is going to have the larger tanks. Your power tongue jack here, and then your other doorway access, again, really tall for going in through that pass-through area. You're going to have a very heavy-duty rack and pinion slide system on here, and again, that's a slightly larger slide out than they had before in this 24 BHM. So again, product that Jayco builds are phenomenal. I tell you, they've been around for about 51 years. I mentioned before, they're a great company. Guarantee's had them for many years. I've been here for 27 years. I love what I do. It's a lot of fun. Right now is a great time to get out and experience our country. It's beautiful. You know, it's the right time. The interest rates are still good and competitive. Take advantage of that because they know they're going to go up with the way things are looking. So take advantage of maybe getting some low financing now. If you have any more questions about this product or anything else that we carry at Guarantee, you can see the phone number at the end. Give me a call. I'll be glad to spend some time talking with you. And remember that at Guarantee in Junction City, it's an RV show every day.